All right. Oh, what? That's bad. Okay, hold on. Testing. Testing, testing. Okay. Why am I only in one ear now? That's weird. Okay. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. So for some reason, I need to. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm gonna have to pause this for a second. Even are those settings? Edit. Hello, Nemo. How are you doing? I feel like this is. I'm gonna be offline. Okay. Am I back? How are we got? How are we doing, guys? There's a lot of there's a lot of weirdness I'm dealing with right now. Um. Hello. Okay, I'm there. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm back in the same place, right? Okay. I had to do. Don't know why I do this, but I had to change my bit rate. Now, okay, so let's jump into this stuff, and we're going to actually pull up my uh, well, that's a choice as to where to put that. Okay. I'll have to remember to I have to adjust things from there. We got a couple of people. I don't know. I think I didn't properly announce the time change, so I don't know how many people have picked up on that. But today, I want to just do the prepositions. Is there a space? Okay, that's bothering me. There's some like hidden space here. How do you Why is it offset then? It's just offset for no reason at all. No matter what I do, no matter what I do, the word prepositions is just offset. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. It's registering as a different heading type. But why is it like that particular word? It's so weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to get each of the prepositions that survive in each of these dialects. And then we're going to get their full paradigms. So, uh, so if we go down here to prepositions, let's copy this chart over. And we'll copy that chart into both of them. Is it doing the same thing? It's different. It's not doing it. Am I being silly? Okay. That's weird. Okay. Okay. So and we can if died out in both of them, and then I want to have this. Okay. Now, from there, I think what we want to do is we want to actually go here. And my usual tactic is to like redo everything. However, that is not going to work because we actually already did a bunch of like custom adjustments. By the way, I want to know anybody watching, am I coming through both ears? Because for me, I'm only coming in through the left ear for some reason. So we're going to copy from here. Okay, good. So we just have to gonna do this manually. I'm going to, where's the, here we go. Is that right? No. There we go. There we go. Is that right? I'm just going to just actually confirm. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to make this easy on myself. This doesn't have to be super pretty. It just has to do the job. And I will. And then I need. Okay. So I should be able to go here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we can easily go through these now. So why? So we need A, which we'll have here. Oh my gosh. This one gets super irregular because that A, almost feeling like maybe this one should not survive and we should get another above. Right? You see what happens if I just do, what if I just do an irregular stress shift and make these all initial stress? I think that will fix that issue. And it'll still be super irregular, but it will preserve ishu icha ie ishi I e ifu ifu e e ifu e ea ishi ipje. I like this. I think this works. Oh, what's happening is like the stress goes back to where it was, but it does that without deleting this initial, so we get the E or A all the time. And it keeps its identity that way. That kind of irregularity strikes me as pretty reasonable for a high frequency term like this. I'm going to have to watch out for this one when we do the. We're going to have to actually watch out for this when we do the Dusk one as well, because that one that will be irregular there too. Okay, so yeah. Okay. So we want to grab these. This one has some mergers going on, which is super interesting. So, and it's even more mergers. Look at all those E. Look at all those forms that are just E. That's so funny. So, ishwu, ishwu, ichu, icha, icha, ooh, icha, iye, ishi, I, I, ishwu, I, ifo, I, ja, ichi, ipje, ip, ipje. That's peak. There's so much E. Just E all the time. And we want to go. We want to get into and I mean, you can see what I'm doing, but basically I'm taking the class 5, since that's inanimate, as the citation form. Doesn't necessarily have to be. Okay, I want to actually make sure that I'm getting these. Yeah, about or regarding. So interesting. Yeah, that's actually it's so yeah. So what we have is three different plural forms in one yeah. Well, okay, one plural form is merging with three different singular forms. I do imagine we could fix this with an analogy, but I just think it's funnier this way. And there's ways. So maybe I can poll this for you guys, whether we want to fix this or not. But like, let's see, how would I fix it? If we take a look at other forms, um, like we have these two merging here already, AU and AU, but this is also irregular, Ju and Drew, Ju. Getting a new plural, get like this plural. Yeah, I think the thing is, where does it come from? Because ui doesn't occur anywhere else in the language. So we'd have to work on that. We'd have to figure that out. Also, I think this actually should be I think I did not fully fix my sound changes on there. and it should just be Dieu. Let's do the rest of the prepositions, and we'll see like where this goes. Okay, so people can. So next one is U is U. Yeah, U is still part of it. So we want to get all the forms of U. U, 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 uit. And we're going to oh, oof, what's happening here? Why are we losing? I'm gonna test something. Because I'm going to let's look at what I okay. We need to have another way to irregularly preserve this. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay. E, eo, e. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I actually want to. And then what I want to do is, hey, why are you not? Why? Hey, what? Copy? Here we go. So we get some weird, the weirdest forms I've seen here. We also get collisions with this, a couple of collisions here. So I'm actually going to, I am going to change the way that this happened. And instead of this being the one that's preserved, I want to say that phi is the one that was preserved. Oh, I changed that in the wrong one. And I may have a survive in Dusk. But phi is definitely the one that is preserved in Dawn. We'll see how the sound changes shake out for Dusk, and then we'll see like what we need to do in order to rectify. So we're going to take phi. Excuse me. Oh, typing fap. What? Okay. This clearly there's something. Oh, let's see. Okay. Let's actually rerun the sound changes on this one because it's gonna be different than what I expected. So we'll just rerun everything. Fatty. It's not fight. It's fatty. Fatty. Okay, this is actually okay. So I'm going to hit a strike through on this. This is actually copied that as a table. Ooh, that's nice. I like this. And then I'm going to hey, what? Which form is missing? Okay. Fa yi. And then we're going to go back here. Viaje, viaje. So we got 撇学, 撇学, 撇姐, 撇黑, 撇黑, 撇, 撇西, 撇, 撇黑, 撇一, 撇西, 撇, 撇鱼, 撇, 撇鱼. Oh, 撇鱼 versus 撇鱼. That's a contrast. 撇一, 撇夫, 撇佛, 撇啊, 撇黑, 撇姐, 撇姐. Okay, so we've got a new below or under, and then we will consider what happens when we get to that. So, Bia, Bia. So we go back here, go down to Bia, and so what I'm going to do for these next ones is I am going to actually rerun changes, but with have this open to see about be a chief, be a chief. Why is it that way? Okay. Be a kai, be a cab, be a yeah, be a si, be a thi. Oh, interesting. Be a, be a ud, be a ik. Yeah. So if we paste this in, and then we're going to take a look at, so I like doing it this. That I like. But so we had instead B B B be a pug, be a pow, be a ab, be be a, I think this is good. I think this is fine. B B B B B B. I have a lot of B homophones in this language, but I think they're so far they're like three different classes, so I think that works out fine. Bishwe, different three different lexical categories they are. They're like very separate. Bishi, bishi. I think I will take these forms. I'm going to take these forms here. And let me make sure. Okay, well, let's document this here. Let's document. Hey, what happened here? Where am I? Okay, I'm in Sylvan Notes. Actually, so what I want to do first is I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them in here and get this new paradigm. Okay, say we revise this paradigm. And then I'm going to take this and document in Dawn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, anywhere where we get two I's in a row, we have deleted one, which is just a couple of places. A Mother's Day. Oh, you have Mother's Day in March where you are? We've just been working on prepositions, and I've done a whole lot of like futzing around with it. So, okay, I'm going to go back here and going to go to I may I may have to rerun everything because I did not realize exactly how much my sound changes had been changed. But just let's let's just see for the rest of them. Can I can I control H? No, that doesn't do the same thing. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the Ides of March, isn't it? Oh, tomorrow is. Mothering Sunday. Okay, we have Mother's Day on a Sunday, but we do not call it Mothering Sunday. That's a very British phrase to me. Petit, 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 puya. Okay, I think that this was an adjustment I did. Pussy, puyi. Interesting. I actually made this. Pud, pud, puik, puy, pu pug, pu pau, pu ab, puka, pu pshin. So I think actually I can keep this the way it was, and I have puishu, 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 pucho, pucho, pu, 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 pujo, puchie, pui, pushi, pui, pushi, pui, a, po, 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 poi, po, po, pui, pui, pufu, pufo, pu, pufo, pufo, po, pua, pu, pua, pu, pu, hu, 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 pupjo, pupjo, pupjo. That's wildness. Okay, I think that works. I think we can take this as it is. Okay. We have Mother's Day in May, and I don't know why that difference is exactly. But happy Mother's Day to UK folks if I have a reason if you have a reason to celebrate that. Huh? Let's go. Hui 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 hui. Dawn is maybe a little too difficult to pronounce. Uh, Cross this off. I may want to use dusk more, just because dawn is difficult to pronounce. Mothering Sunday. Okay. We can do my spatial diagrams later on. Now, let's go back up here and see. Oh, I want this one. Let's go back up here and see what's the next one. Tie. Tie. This one, I definitely just close that. Tie. So we have TA. I think I will rerun this one again and see what pops up. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me get some stuff dealt with here. I'm going to okay. Here we go. Boom. And we're going to go make my life easier. So T T T T T K T T T yeah, I definitely can go with um, this alteration. Tiaud, tiaud, tiaik, 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 tiaika, tiaika. Pshin. Tie, 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 pug, tipao, tie. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I am going to do some of the alterations. Like this one is going to happen, and gonna I don't think it matters so much that this happens, but I'd like it to happen to make sense. And where was T? Oh, actually, that's nice. That's fine. T, yeah. T, I want this. I think that's going to happen anyway. Let's see. Oh, there. Gliding. So the gliding rule. Okay. How do I make that not be a problem? Excuse me. So these become after a long vowel or between two vowels. However, I think if I say that it is not stress, if it's not, if I say that it has to be not stressed, will that help? Chow. Okay. Chow. 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 Wow. That's a mouthful. Chow. 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 So chow, chow, and chow contrast. That is really. I need to just let me see what happens differently between these two and see why. So, we got our palatalization, labialization, cleanup rule. Oh, this. Oh, it's gaining a labialization from. You know what? Fine. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. It's it's super weird, super hard, but I think I can deal with it. Chai chai shui chai cha chai cha chai he chai chai shi chai shi. This is so interesting. Chai he chai he. It's really like wild. We're getting chai shu chai cha chai shu chai cha chai he chai he chai ye chai ye chai chai shi chai 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 yu chai 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 wu chai yu chai wu chai chai yu chai fu chai fo chai ya chai he chai ja chai ja chai 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 ja chai ja. Okay, so there's some wildness going on. Facing across from opposite. This stayed the same. And we want to grab the chaiche, chaiche, chaiche. And then okay. Let's go through here. And then we want to go this, and then we're definitely going to rerun this one. So, however, we did really heavy alterations on that one. So let's make sure that when we run through that, we consider what happened here. Whoa. Jeez. Because we did a lot of irregular stuff here. I want to. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is the wrong one. That's why. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Well, so somewhere along the line, the way that we changed um our sound changes completely altered the way this works out so that we no longer have any of this weird syllabic stuff. So but we do get some other oddities popping up. How peculiar. So here's the thing. I'm not that unhappy with this happening. I think we can still work with this. There is, let's see, neither of the languages is going to preserve that theta because it's going to become a sh, um, which is fine. We're going to get an adjective in one form, then, and then we're going to get some preserved P's and K's. So I think as much as like this was like super cool, I'm not necessarily hating the idea of maybe. So why, if you just run this, you get the ch, but we do not have any bare forms anymore. Ch. Maybe later on I can have like a noun of this that is the reflex that, or a verb that preserves one ch form that becomes a cha. But yeah, so this would have become chatu, chakai, right? Chake, which is not that. It's ultimately the forms in Dawn and Dusk are not going to be like chake versus chike. It's not a big deal. Okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and do that. I think we're going to go ahead and change these forms uh, and let that have happened. So let's go ahead and okay, so I actually already noted that. So I can just delete this and I can strike through this. That's why that's silly. I scroll down and find out I already addressed this. Something to know. Okay. Uh, okay. So we'll go ahead and see what this lands, how this lands for. I don't want to trace changes anymore. Shitsu, shitse, shitche, shitje, shitche. Oh, we got shitje versus shitje. Shihi, 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 shichi, 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 shihi, shihu, shih, shihje. I did not know. Okay, so I can get. There's a couple of cases where I can get actually coda H. That's wild. Shihje, shihje, shihui, shipwu, shipwu. So we get shipwu instead of shifwu, right? Shipwu, shipo, shiha, shike. So shike instead of shike, and shipje, shipje. Okay, I like that. Okay, I think though all of those forms are nice. All that works. So, good morning, Soten. You're here for the last 20 minutes of me messing with this. And let me see. We got a few people on. Okay. Somebody boop, me. It's so and so through and Shike. 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 See, isn't that a great preposition? Shike. This is great. This is so like we got, instead of like shishi, we get shichi, shichi, shichi. This is so irregular, but it all just falls out of sound changes. I didn't do any like futzing with it to make any like irregular changes. It just all falls out of sound changes. Um so now we want pak. Pak is going to have the opposite tone thing going on. That's going to be cool. Let's go and do our thing here. And then we get to some changes. Go through here. Puck, puck, puck to. Okay, so it's actually a schwa. Okay, this is different. Okay, puck to, puck chuf, puck kai, puck ka, fakia, fakia. Okay, paxi, faki, faki, fakud, fakshik, fakshik. Oh wow! What? Fakshik, fakshik, fakshik. Do we want to do that? Faki. Okay. Oh. Puck, puck, pig, puck, pig, puck, pow, fakab, fakab, puck, pucka, pucka, puck, puck, pshin, puck, pshin. Okay. I think that's fine. Let's document this. Okay. This is an interesting one. So let's get this into the doc and we'll talk a little bit about it. We want why am I Sylvan? I don't want Sylvan notes. I want this. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So this one is also really irregular, but for different reasons. And we want to do that. So it's paka. So Pak. It's not pak chu. It's pak chu. Pak chu. Pak chu. Pak ja. Pache. Fahi. Pak. Pakshi. Pakshi. Fahi. Fachwu. Fachwu. Fachja. Fachwu. Pakpu. 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 Pakpo. Facha. Paka. Papja. Papja. So you've got the papja. Papja. So you got the high tones there. And this is gonna be a fairly frequent word that's gonna stick out. Now you might say, okay, well the function word is probably going to be unstressed. Maybe it would lose that, but I really do like actually that this is going to be like sticking out and showing you that there can be high tones in this language, because you get low tones all the time, and then it'll be the opposite in dusk. Dusk it will have a low tone, and then you can have the low high. Okay, and then there's one last one to do. So yeah. So to juve to ka to ya to ya to si to yi to tweak. Okay, so I did a few changes that I think I will actually incorporate. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and then we're going to go um, right. And this should have a, yeah. And then do I want to, I actually think I want to not do that. So we're going to, 吹雪、吹雪、吹黑、吹一、吹一、吹西、吹吹吹五、吹吹吹吹服、吹吹服、吹服、吹啊、吹喝、吹喝、吹着、吹着。No, trip ju, to her, and trip ju. Okay. Oh, I need to actually do the thing. Well, it's excellent. Okay, so we want to get the meaning here. Okay. Now, that is all of these done for Dawn, and I'm running out of time for today. So we'll have to do the dusk ones tomorrow. I want to check on. So here I said that there will be some dialects that this inflection is required for agreement, and then some where the base form can be used if there is an explicit object to the preposition. So let's see. I just want to see if I had that decided. If I go back down to prepositions here, I don't, so I don't think I decided that. My gut feeling is that this is the kind of conservation that happens in day and night, and that dawn and dusk will both just require agreement all the time. There is one thing I have noted here is in Dawn, as I've recorded these, I have left the class 5 as this form. I could have used the base form as the class 5 form, as like this is like where your original base form went. Don't know if I want to do that. So that's something I'm going to think about. I don't think I'm going to do a poll on that. But and I probably want to rerun sound changes on this to make sure that it's working the way I want. Yeah. I have not done any tone Sunday. I don't think I need tone Sunday for these languages because the tone systems are already are super simple. There's not really a need for me. Like tonogenesis happened between Middle Fey and and the modern dialects. Um, yeah, yeah. So actually, me address a couple of things Soten is saying. So, um, you stream so early. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's daylight savings time. That's why it's earlier. And what did you say yes to? What did you say yes about? Yeah. What were you saying yes about? Um, but yeah, there's no Tone Sunday gonna happen here. Um, but I will strongly consider. Yeah, I'm gonna consider what we do here. So this merger is kind of wild, and I'm thinking about what could I do about it. Because I could just like, I think so. So I actually think this merger is actually something I induced. Yeah, yeah. So the thing is, this merger is actually something I induced by manually changing these things. So I could just like undo this and make this like this would have turned out as you you right you right, and I think actually what I would do is you you you, and then we get um we, and this stays as you, right? Or it could be you versus this situation where you have this is going to stay the same. So I think that might be where I go. Is I go as you and ye. And then we would still have a merger, but it's like a merger that happens in other places too, I think. This is actually having another similar issue, but this is in plural forms, and plural forms are much more likely to merge anyway. We get a second person and class 2 merge. Fiei, fiei. This is differentiated by tone, fiei. So that's fine. But anyway, it's time for me to go. Yeah. And so I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. And next week, we'll go ahead and do the ones for Dusk so that we have that. So anyway, thank you all for watching and keeping me company here. I know it's much earlier in the day for some of you, but I'm just going to say happy conlaying.